Hi guys, how are you today? Time to talk housewives. First up, we're going to talk about Amelia Rinna going around giving somewhat rather confusing interviews about her life. Then we're going to talk about Dorinda. Yes, people, the woman that Bravo just fired, I believe it was like 3 days ago. The rumor today is they want to rehire her. I don't explain the crazy. I just tell you what's going on, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, people. Don't shoot the messenger. So let's start with Amelia. Amelia's giving, I would just say confusing. I don't want to say anything too harmful because she's in a very delicate place right now. Now, she just gave an interview just the other day. This interview comes after her saying that her mother made her film, okay, made her disclose her eating disorder, okay. Then she took it back, and if you ask me, after a long talk from her mom, then she said, no, she didn't make me film. I mean, I wanted to, and I'm glad that I did. But you didn't say that yesterday, okay? And then this interview is after she's been going around talking to any and everybody who would listen about her feud with Garcelle. Remember, Garcelle said maybe Lisa putting videos on, dancing videos on her social media every day in her skivvies could have contributed to her eating disorder because it makes you conscious about weight. Why couldn't you dance around in clothes? Why must you be in a swimsuit, a two-piece? Why must you be in your undies? It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so, but I'm just going to tell you about this confusing interview, and then I'll let you be the judge of whether this woman, because, you know, Delilah isn't not Delilah, Amelia. Delilah's her youngest. Amelia's not a child anymore. And I think she might need some help, people. There, I said it. I think she might need some help. Well, just first of all, when you have an eating disorder, period, you're going to need help. It's a beast that's hard to control on your own. And there's nothing wrong with seeking professional help. Some people acting like getting a therapist or talking to someone about your problems is taboo. Like, it helps you. It really does. Okay, so this is what she said in her interview that she just gave a couple days ago. She says, I get a lot of hate from the show. Now, remember, she already appears fragile to me. I mean, she has anxiety a lot. She just seems very in need of help. I'll put it that way. She says, I get a lot of heat from the show. A lot of hate. I get, when the show airs and something happens, I get tons and tons of text messages and calls from my friends. She said, but it doesn't bother me. See the contradiction? Okay, you suffer from anxiety. That kind of pressure, having people say, you know, hey, your mom said this on the show, or, you know, how's your eating disorder coming along? Something that you were struggling with by yourself, now it's public. Okay, I can see how that could stress a person out. But according to Amelia, it doesn't. She gets hate, but it doesn't bother her. I'm telling you, it's a very confusing interview. Then she goes on, she says, I've really been in the media a lot lately because of my feud with Garcelle. I explained to you what the feud was. She said, Garcelle's statements was the furthest thing from the truth. My mom is a good mom. Everyone's going to say their mom is a good mom. I'm sure, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer thought his mom was great too. But you know, moms are human and some of them are very, very flawed. And I'm going to put Lisa Rinna in that category. She says, she describes her mom. She said, my mom is a free spirit. She goes around the house exposing her tits and bum and thinking nothing of it. My friends must have felt uncomfortable. She would do this in front of my friends, both females and males. Your mom running around the house in skivvies is no big deal. You label that a free spirit. You know what I label that? A person that's going to need help in their future if you're a child dealing with this kind of nonsense. What kind of mom does something like that. It's not normal behavior. It's not. But a part of me thinks, Amelia thinks it's normal behavior. And it absolutely is not. She says, my family is an open book. Your family's an open book. Is that why your mom's going around letting us know that, you know, the rumors are that her and Harry live in 2 different homes? She's not an open book at all. She hides everything. That's why she freaked out when Garcelle said, maybe this isn't a good thing to do, you dancing around in your skivvies when you have a daughter with a eating disorder. She went on, she says that she really hates the culture of Instagram models. It angers her. She said it puts pressure on people to be something that they're not. The culture of Instagram models. You are a model. That culture also puts pressure on women to be thin as a rail. She doesn't even connect the two. You don't like Instagram models, but you don't see the same problem in regular modeling when the models are literally this big. She really needs help, if you ask me. She says, I was feeling down the other day, and my friend says, you are where you're supposed to be. Do you see why I say she needs help, guys? She's sad. She's dealing with the eating disorder. She's in Hollywood where you are judged on every single thing. And not only is she growing up in Hollywood, she's on a television show, okay, that is a mess, okay? It exposed her mother for being, you know, the little troublemaker that she is. It's a high-rated show, #1 rated show. You're being judged on a constant basis. And not only are you on this show, in this environment, you are exposing your eating disorder. I'm telling you guys, Amelia is a basket case, and she doesn't even realize it. She really needs help. Just someone to sort out what she's going through so she knows that she's going through it. She's just confusing everything. She's saying what a great mom her mom is, but what normal mom walks around with their tits and bum hanging out? That doesn't make sense to me. This is a family in danger, and I'm gonna put Lisa on the list too. I'm thinking, this is my own personal opinion, Lisa definitely has an eating disorder, and she needs to conquer this so she will be able to help her daughter. What I hope that doesn't happen to Amelia is that she doesn't get help and really just go off the edge one day. Now, I know you guys might think I'm exaggerating, but if you don't take care of problems as early as you can, it could just get out of hand, and you can just lose who you are and yourself and all reasoning of what life is supposed to be like. So I feel bad for Amelia. Now let's move on to someone else that I felt bad for, and this is Dorinda. We all know that Dorinda got fired, what, 2 days ago, and they said she was being fired because of her bad behavior. Turns out she really, at the end of the day, the bottom line is she had bad behavior with one producer, okay? They were battling it out. They wanted it to make it seem like the whole cast didn't want to work with her. No, it was really just her and this one producer. Okay, so I guess they're seeing the error of their ways. Or should I say Andy is getting hit with a hard dose of reality. And what's that reality, Sharrell? Well, I'm glad you asked. The reality is Dorinda's one of the highlights of that show. Are you out of your mind, Andy? Why would you fire her? She and Leah are the only thing you have going for that show. That show is horrible. It's in the dumps now. That's why the ratings are dipping below. Of course, they're going around, I'm talking about Bravo, acting like, oh, the ratings aren't that bad. It's just the demographic of young people. No, the ratings are plummeting. Don't you get it? I mean, I think they get it now, because now the rumor is, reported by Page 6, that they are reconsidering bringing her back. They want her back on the show, guys, and they should. Hello, you already have messed up the Real Housewives of New York. Please stop doing damage to that show. Let's just kind of restore it and bring it back to what it was, which is a decent show that you could be proud of as a network. But right now, you guys are making all the bad decisions, and that show has just gone to hell in a handbag, as my grandma would say. Anyway, so Page 6 reached out to Dorinda, and they said to her on Twitter, they reached out on Twitter, they said, we heard that Bravo might be reconsider bringing you back. And her response were, the prayer hands, like I hope so, and a little heart, as in I would love to come back. She needs to be back on that show, people, and she needs to be back tonight, okay, if you ask me. But you know, who am I? I'm just a lonely little blogger just giving you the story. And I'm also going to discuss these stories with you in the comments section. We have a lot to talk about. Do you guys agree with me that all the signs are there? Amelia really needs help. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section. And then let me know, do you guys think that Bravo needs to bring Dorinda back like tonight? Like, she was the best thing that ever happened to that show. So let me know how you feel about that in the comments section. In the meantime, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. I'll meet you guys in the comments section so we can start the conversation. In the meantime, bye for now.